We're going to discuss the manner in which we check the physical condition of an ABB sensor head. Two simple diagnostic points. One is the checking of the vacuum. This is the vacuum port. Note it is normally capped. Also important to understand is we're going to use a 0 to 30 inches of mercury vacuum gauge, 0 to 30 inches of mercury vacuum. And what we will simply do is with proper 30 psi on the instrument air input, leaving everything else connected, we will connect the 0 to 30 vacuum gauge to that port. Observe the vacuum. It should read somewhere between 14 and negative and 19 negative. And anything outside that, particularly low, would indicate we have a aspirator that's potentially plugged or dirty and needs to be pulled and cleaned up. Again, that vacuum reading we're looking for is a vacuum reading of negative 14 to negative 19, and that's an acceptable range. After checking that, if we have good vacuum, we move on and we're going to check what we refer to as a differential. Now that is actually the differential between boiler gas and what this vacuum is able to pull. And that differential will indicate how clean or dirty the primary filter is, how clean or dirty the secondary, and the sampling pipe itself. We'll measure that in 0 to 30 inches water column. So a vacuum gauge that can measure 0 to 30 inches negative water column is what we'll use. Magnehelic works fine. That's what I typically use. And we connect the magnehelic to where the CalGas normally is connected. So disconnect your CalGas line and connect your magnehelic to that. And again, we're looking for a reading here now, a vacuum reading of -5 on up to -20. In that range, we know we're getting a reasonable sample, and above 20, we have to concern ourselves that we possibly have either a very dirty primary or secondary filter or some pluggage in the sample line. And that's all there is to the physical diagnostics. This can be done on the side of the boiler, and in most cases it is. It's the first thing you want to do before you pull anything apart or shut anything down. Check your vacuum, and if it's between, again, 14 and 19 negative inches of mercury, then check your differential and make sure that that's somewhere between -5 and -20 inches of water column. That's the manner in which we check our physical diagnostic conditions with the ABB.